and pray. So lots and lots of evaporust. Evaporust is your friend. Now I've heard you can actually strain and clean the evaporust out so that you can reuse it. I did not try, but I should have, because that shit is $30 a fucking gallon. I also used apple cider vinegar. I tried to use electrolysis on the main tank, but I never could get it to properly ground out, so lots and lots and lots and lots of cleaning of the tank. Probably a solid month to keep this tank completely clean. Alright, so reassembled all that. And the rear wheel section, lubed the rear, since it is a shaft drive. Splines, yeah, it's the splines that connect the rear wheel to the hub in the back. Lube that up, which actually, that grease gun actually came in handy for. So, hooray for that. Let's see, what else have we had to do? New plugs. And here's a tip. So, the plugs on these motorcycles are resistant. They have resistors built into, well, in my case, there's resistors built into somewhere else. The lines or the caps. There's resistors in the caps, that's what it was. And I ended up with plugs that also had resistors built into the plugs, which, too much resistance, bad things. You don't want to do that. So I replaced that set of plugs twice because I had foolishly not paid attention when the parts guy, he said, oh yeah, these are equivalent. No, they weren't. I replaced, now on the good side, someone before me had already replaced the plug caps and boots with the NGK equivalent. Really, really nice. My God, why are you going this slow? The NGK replacement pieces, which are just kick ass. Oh, dude. Alright, motorcycle dude. How you doing? Whoa, damn. That was a little faster than I wanted. Anyway. The NGK boots and these, whatever, you can buy them, and as a set, you can buy all new plug wired boots, the whole thing, from somewhere like the V4 Market, and it's $60. Thing is, I didn't really need the whole set. All I just needed was the wires. Turns out, go to O'Reilly's, you can buy a shit ton of wire for really cheap. I think I spent $12 and got 7 feet, 10 foot, I forget what it was. More than enough. I still have extra plug wire left over, actually. And depending on the location of it, I can replace the 2 front pieces again, the back spark plugs for days. So, new plug wires. That was important because one of the wires was grounding out somewhere along the line. It rubbed through because there's this air box in here that's a real pain in the ass to put in. Anyway. So that part's done. What else do we do? The air cleaner on this is already a K&N. Someone had come through and done that before I got the bike, which is cool. It works. I mean, in theory, with more air coming in, I could go up a size, maybe 2 in jets, but I don't know that it's realistically something I want to do at this point in my life. The carbs. Let's get into those fucking carbs. So the nice thing about, let's say, an inline 4, you know, all carbs are stacked straight across on the inline. Easy to get to. Everything just pops right off. With a V4, the carbs sit in the valley between the 2 engine bits, 2 heads. And oh my God, people, are they a bitch to get out. And further, you really, really need to buy new boots. Don't skimp on it. Don't ignore it. If you buy an old V4 and you're gonna restore it, save yourself the headache and just buy new, what they're called, insulators, whatever, new boots for the carbs. $60. You can get them from several locations. eBay, there's a guy in, I forget, out towards the Outer Banks that drop ships them, but he's got a store front. Best investment I made yet on the bike, because without that, you leak air in through the boots. It's unmetered air, it leans out the cylinders, and there's not jack shit you can do to fix that problem. Nothing, besides new rubber boots. So the carbs were cleaned several times. Just nothing for it. I couldn't avoid it, and I ended up cleaning them again just last week, because when I took them out to sync the carburetors to do an active sync, looks like a scale, I dislodged some goop, so some of the fuel had gelled up from sitting for a while, and cleaned them again, because that is just my lot in life and punishment. Yeah, BMW, I see you. I'm going here. Woohoo! Woo! My God. Alright, bike. Settle down. So the carbs have been cleaned thoroughly, and another tip. I don't mean you take them off and you spray them with a little bit of carburetor cleaner. No. The carbs have got to be completely disconnected. Entirely. You cannot avoid it. You can't just spray cleaner at it and say, oh, it's done. No. Don't try it. It will not work. Don't even think about it. It is not worth your time or your effort or your energy to even think about doing it anyway but the right way. I know. I tried. Not worth it. And unlike a regular inline four, the linkages and all the other shit are a pain in the ass to deal with. So, bought a kit, replaced all the rubber, built it back up, have torn it apart so many times I can rebuild the damn carb in my sleep. But it's finally at a point where it's working. It's back to being as it should be. The 0 to 60 time is now 4 seconds, and I bet you if I really, really worked at it, I could get it down under 4. I doubt that I could, me personally, ever do better than like 3.9 or 3.8. I don't trust the tires enough to even attempt it. Even if I put new tires on, I don't trust me enough to even attempt it. So, it's once again a big, powerful machine on the road. I'm happy with my job that I did with it. So there you are, there's my thoughts. You want to buy a bike that needs restoration, go for it, but be prepared. I bought it in September. I finally have it back to running again in April. And, you know, several months of that was just waiting to buy parts. So I guess all the thoughts that I have today on the subject internet. So until next time, later days.